Okay, turn this off. Hope that is working. Sound check. Sound check. What do I do with that? What do I do with that thing? There. Right there. Ah, there it is. Got it. Let's do a sound check test. Let's do a sound check test. Let's see here. Stream working. Wow. Wow. Stunning. The stream is working. Stream working. Almost got it going together. Oh, sugar. I almost knocked that over. Did I turn that notification button off? Oh, freaking off. How do we go off here? Didn't F anything up? Good. Good. Oh. We are live in T-minus a few seconds, I think. Yep, I believe so. Let me get out of that. It's good. I know what I want to do here. That's over here. T-minus. Oh, it's live now. Let's see if I messed it up today. It works. All right. I think technology is on our side tonight. Woo! I think technology is working. We're gonna let that stream go out and let people join tonight. Woo! Off the rails. You notice that tee off time was after 7:30. I was thinking of you when I did that one. On the menu tonight. Well, I've got a little bit of vino tonight. Hey, first, by the way, is a sound check tonight okay? I've got the headset in. I'm optimistic it's working, so I don't need to shout as much tonight. I'll give it the 10-second delay because I know there's a delay. Um, I'm looking to see the response. Oh, you're very welcome, Off the Rails. I even tried to give you time for a smoke and a pancake. Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you for joining Off the Rails. I appreciate it, my man. That's fantastic. Great to have you. And sound check is good. Off the Rails is on fire. I'm looking down because technology tonight, I'm not letting it get in the way. There's a few things that have changed for tonight's technology. One, I tested it out earlier on, tried to get the hang of it. I started the stream earlier without telling anybody. That way I could check everything and make sure it was working, check the lighting, check the temperature, try to check the sound, check the phone down here so I can see things that are working. I've got passwords all reset. I'm not going to be able to remember all the new passwords I set in about an hour, but still, they might be good for the next 30 to 60 minutes up here. So that's a good thing. Anyway, you were asking what's on the menu. I've got some chicken over here that's covered up. I'll give you a little sneak peek. I hope you can see that. Because We're on the wider screen tonight as well, off the rails. Did you notice? We're, we're on the wide screen. I got it. I think I got it tonight. And another thing for tonight, um, I'm going to try not to swear and curse so much. Apparently, on the last live, I went back and watched it after I was told by a few people and may have been cursing a little bit, dropping a lot of F bombs. That was the live when my mom was on it. And I think she was caught off guard. She heard me, of course, curse and swear before, but yeah, I know off the rails. I see that. Um, but I was cursing like a freaking. You should hear me on the golf course. My friend, I'll call him L. He hears me swear on the golf course. He knows what that's all about. But on the live, I'm going to try not to curse so much tonight. I'm going to give it a few minutes before we get going. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. But we're about to get to work, so and I got to do something about this shirt. This is really hot. It's like that episode of Seinfeld. I don't know if this is made out of polyester or thick wool or something, but this is certainly not microfiber. Like I am sweating. See, I almost swore right there. I'm hot. I'll just leave it at that. I'm hot in this thing. I'm hot. Anyways, so you're asking what's on the menu tonight. Off the rails. The other night I made. I haven't posted this one yet, but I made a basil chicken. I want to call it basil chicken in tomato cream sauce. It was literally, it wasn't off the rails. It was off the charts. How good it was. So tonight I'm gonna do a variation of it because I've got some of these cherry tomatoes left over. I've got a lot of minced garlic. I did prep work. I thought this through today. I spoke with my mom too. He said, I got to do prep work, a little bit more prep work beforehand. This is one of my favorite herbs out here. Oh, I almost lost my little towel. And if you could smell it, it's basil. I love having that fresh plant. I try and have a few others in here as well, but tonight we're using the basil, which is fantastic. And this thing will keep on growing. I'll pluck it and grow it, pluck it and grow it, pluck it and grow it. Kind of ironic I'm saying pluck it when I'm going to be doing a chicken tonight. So we're doing chicken, olive oil, garlic, tomato. It's so basic and easy, but many people don't know how to do this one. And they're thinking, I'm going to have boring chicken again. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to add maybe a little bit of salt and pepper if they're lucky, or just pepper. That's fine. I'm trying to cut down on the salt as well. And then it's boring chicken again, whether it's in the oven or in the air fryer or wherever they're going to cook it. It doesn't have to be boring. Yeah, thanks off the rails. I appreciate that, but I think I caught my mom off guard, deer in the headlight look when I was well, because nobody except her and myself heard me really going off when the live feed was not working. That's when I was at my best. I was at the peak of my swearing and cursing, and it was all freaking really good. So tonight I'm going to try and avoid it. Yeah, I'm thirsty too. Eh? You know, the beauty about cooking for one and being here by myself is I want to take a swig of something and drink it, and that's good. We don't need to worry about anyone else. So I'm going to get started tonight. If you have any questions, feel free, pop them in the chat. I'm hopefully going to be checking that one out. There's no moderator on there. There's no one else here to be able to let me know, Andrew, you have a question. I'm going to try and look down every so often. And like I say, though, I've got prep work done tonight. So anyway, what we've got, we'll get to work here. This is going to be optional, though. I've got a half an onion. Sometimes I go on clean up in the fridge, and I want to try and use whatever's there. So I'm bringing the onion into play. I've got a little butter. We've got our garlic. This little mix here, I've got just a pinch of salt, not a punch, but a pinch of salt. Did I say pinch or punch? Pinch. I said pinch. So I got a pinch of salt, some pepper, garlic powder. What else did I put in there? Oh, I put some oregano in there, just a little splash of oregano. So I've got that in there. So I'm going to go ahead and set that one aside. I'm going to set our garlic aside. And I'm going to stay low a little bit, but I won't be in the camera frame when I go up. And I don't care about me being in the camera frame. We're down here. So we'll set a few things aside. You know what? Just because it's there. Tastes really good, though. Wow. I'm going to set that chicken aside as well. So actually, it's really good having the earpiece in. I can talk from wherever I'm at, speak wherever I'm at. It's important. A lot of people may not realize this. I have two cutting boards here. So this one is the rubber one. I'm using this for the raw chicken afterwards. Now, I can use that right there too, so I don't need to dirty two of them. That's actually exactly what I'm going to do. No, I'm not. The white one doesn't show up as well on camera, does it? Let me take a look. Ah, the white one's okay. Okay, so I've got cherry tomatoes. Anyways, I'm taking them out. I would have liked some green tomatoes in here as well. I don't know if we call them tomatillos. I would have liked the green ones as well. The issue I had is that they're really bloody expensive, and I wasn't happy with that. So I'm just going to slice them in two. When they go in the olive oil garlic mix later on, I'm just going to blister these a little bit. And look, see, I'm crouching over for the camera. I don't care about being in the camera. I'd rather just be more comfortable as I'm slicing and dicing these guys. That was a close one. My eyes got distracted. I went to the chat. So I'm still learning to not look at the chat myself. I get to the chat when I get to it. So anyways, I'm just going to slice these in half right now. And you don't have to. You can cook them whole if you want to. I like doing it in half. I feel as though I get a little bit more flavor out of there. But as well, this is a good way to also, if you're cooking for more than one person. So I'm cooking for one tonight, obviously, but I'm cooking 2 chicken breasts. And I've had a request, actually, I've got a few requests for this, but the person I see the most is the person that I golf with pretty much every day. I mean, it would be easier for us to cook the food at the golf course instead of leaving and we just sleep there. But anyway, he has some requests as well. Well, hang on a second, English. The basil's droopy. You know, it's a common problem, I guess. I had it out in the sun, and it's a little dry. Where was I with that story? Oh, the person I golf with. So I'm cooking for one, but when I mentioned that I cook a few extra portion size and whatnot, he did make a request that he would certainly help me out, and he said just bring it to the golf course. So oddly enough, this is great that I have the headpiece. I can walk around anywhere now and speak. Oddly enough, as I'm cooking this meal and I'm going to have a few extra portions, I'm not golfing tomorrow. One of the few days that I'm not hitting the links. I'm going deep sea fishing. So anyway, so next time I probably will cook and bring a portion. Well, it's going to be what we're doing tonight for a recap for those just joining us is I'm going to be doing a garlic basil chicken. No, off the rails. Where I'm going tomorrow is something I haven't done before. I'm actually going deep sea fishing. I didn't know we go deep sea fishing out here, but it's a big lake, and we're going deep sea fishing. So we'll see how that goes. As I say, I've never gone deep sea fishing before. I went shark diving in Hawaii, but never deep sea fishing. So I like that guy. A little piece out of there. Yeah, no rain. Yeah, see, I made that mistake right there. I looked down at the. I'm chopping onions, and thanks English. But see, I'm looking at chats while I'm chopping onions. Like I learned that years ago. That's mistake 101. Like that's not multitasking. That's just being. I almost swore again. It's being effing stupid. That's what that is. So English, you joined a few minutes. I could do fish. I could do fish on Friday possibly. I do have more barbecue ribs. That actually, I'll show you this. What I've got out here. Oh, I've actually got these two right here. It's a double rack. They've been air sealed. I do have to cook them soon. I've got a special recipe I'm going to do for that one too. That one I think it's it's not going to be off the rails. It's going to be off the charts. Anyways, I've got our veggies. Let's take some basil. Let's bring this guy in the picture. This is a nice rack, eh? Yeah. This is, to me, this is great. Just pick off. I'm going to go for the biggest ones growing. I much prefer to have this right in the house. Um, it's a couple of bucks. This plant is a couple of bucks. Like when it goes out there, you can get it from the garden center. You can grow your own too. What the heck? But when I see it and it's fresh like that, and I like it so much, I'm going to use so much of this tonight. People are going to say you're overpowering. You're overpowering. Yep, I'm overpowering it. Basil. I love freaking basil. So I'm going to add in some more. Look at this. It's getting naked. Oh, you know how it smells so good. It smells so. I almost feel like Kramer again in Seinfeld when he was bathing in the butter. But um, yeah, fish on Friday. We could try, but I will get that rack done as well. Um, I have actually, my uncle wants me to cook uh, fish as well for his recipe. Um, the Viagra plant food, that's a great idea. The Viagra plant food. Okay, I think that's going to be sufficient to get me what I'd like. Mm, just keep sniffing that all night though. I'm going to give that a quick little rinse though. I know what's in there. Make sure we don't have any those little fruit flies, little bugs hanging around. We got some fresh green onions as well that I'm growing. Okay, I think we're gonna be good now on that. So the missus, AB, the missus and you. Hmm. Oh, so AB, what I was going to mention before is about the swearing and the cursing. So I got in a little bit of trouble. I got a little bit of heat in the last live for the amount of swearing and cursing I was doing. I'm going to leave actually a couple of these for later. Let's make sure I get the best ones. It's going to go right on the dish. I had a little bit of heat for throwing a lot of F bombs out there. Not from the viewers, but, well, from a few other people. They said, "Oh my gosh, you're saying that in front of your mom. What the heck? What the heck?" Yeah, she was stunned. She was stunned before the camera went on because it wasn't working. Um, I'm going to roll this up, try and get it tight like a cigar. I'm wondering if my cousin's husband is watching because he's an Italian chef, and cooking in front of him, I get nervous on certain dishes. Cooking in front of Italians anyway. But um, I'm gonna keep these a little chunkier. A couple in there we didn't get. Yeah, yeah, English as well. What if there are some kids watching? So I want to be cognizant of that too. Yeah. Hey, Sully, Sully, you knew this the first time. Actually, it's the second time I've seen your name. I saw it up earlier on in the chat. I appreciate you being on the channel and coming in. Thanks for that comment. I really appreciate that. Um, that type of recognition does not go unnoticed here by my Uncle Drew, by me. I had to call myself speaking the third person again. Okay, we've pretty much got. Okay, I want to take a poll. I want to take a poll. Is anyone counting how many swigs of wine I had, and should I have another one? Off the rails is guaranteed he's counted how many of these I've had already, and it's a guarantee he's going to say I should chug the whole bottle or crack a beer. I have no beer. So just a quick poll. If I see someone come out there and say, have another swig while you're cooking, I'll do it. I believe, though, I am allergic to wine. It hasn't stopped me in the past. But if someone says yes, have another swig, I'll have another swig. I'm waiting. I don't see. I can't wait for off the rails. I can't believe this. Woo! Woo! Yeah, that's what I thought off the rails. So I don't typically wear gloves when I'm cooking. I'm cooking in my own kitchen. I'm aware of things, but and I just touch my nose and all that stuff. If you think what you might see goes in my kitchen, I work in restaurants. You should see what goes on in restaurants. But who cares? Just go out there, enjoy it. Don't care about what's going on in the kitchen. Just go out, enjoy your food, eat. Way we go. So I'm going to do two of these tonight. So it's, again, difficult how we're going to do things one way on, I'm going to show you two ways. Drink, there it is, yeah. So I'm going to cook one chicken breast. I'm going to butterfly one, and I'm going to slice it. The other one, I'm just going to take off this nice little fillet right here. The other one I'm going to leave whole. So I've got two here. Which one do you prefer? This one whole? Off the rails, that's good. Um, I almost went off the rails myself with my response. What I was just going to say there about some past girlfriend. No, no. See, off the rails might know. If I get in a little bit too much of the sauce over there, frickin' my vault all of a sudden might get opened up, and I don't want to be opening up a vault. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave this one whole, and I'm going to butterfly this one. Um, wow, off the rails, you almost got me. Yeah, I feel like just a couple of more swigs, and I might be. Okay, that's good. So I find these are going to cook a little bit more evenly and a little bit faster as well. Um, and in terms of time, like I don't care. I have nowhere else to go. I'm going to go sit my bum, my tuchus. I'm going to go sit my tuchus down on the couch afterwards, and start editing more video. Uh, Now there you go, Sully. See, exactly. I'm with you. I'm going to leave one whole for the presentation, and I will butterfly that one as well. So I've got some strips out here. Now, so if we butterfly, look, we can completely separate it, open it up, or leave it connected. So I'm going to leave it connected because I think that actually looks really nice as well. So I'm just going to go inside, not all the way to the edge, and then open. There we go. I need okay, and a swig. He wants me to do another swig, this guy. There we go. We've got that butterfly. So we're good out there. Now I'm feeling half in the bag already. I'm done. I already know it. I can see where this is going. I'm done. I'm in that. I can feel myself getting red. Yeah, I believe it's the allergy. It's kicking in. Never been tested for it. Chug some more. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Keogh shortcut. You notice that too, and it is. It's the finest the cooking wine. When I'm cooking, I want to go for the cheap stuff. And this one, I actually had another bottle in my hand, and I saw this one was like even $2 cheaper. I was like, give me the JT. I mean, you know what it was like. We were selling that stuff like hotcakes. You could either sell a whole boatload of the $12.95 bottle, or try and sell that one J Lord at $43.95. Man, people used to sell the crap out of that. Chug some balsamic, dude. Until I get those supers going on here, I'm not chucking balsamic. Anyway, he's trying to get me to chug balsamic. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. You know what? I probably will. I'll chug the balsamic. So now I am going to season this up right here on the cutting board. One thing I do is I cheat a lot, and I try and take shortcuts whenever possible. And yeah, I don't use different plates and different dishes. I'm gonna do it right here. Move that. Why dirty different dishes? Especially when the dishwasher was not in play. Cooking like this and doing dishes was just absolutely ridiculous. Not leaving until we see some chugging of the balsamic. Well, English, that really works well for me. So we're going to be waiting a while. So if you season really low, you don't get much coverage, right? A lot of waste. So a lot of people, again, I'm not going to stop saying a lot of people. What I find works better for me is when I season from high. It's like golf. Tee it high and let it fly. So for those that don't play golf, teeing it up, and I hope Mr. L's not watching because he hits the ball bloody straight every time. Should have seen him today. He came out there from the back tees with us. 77 years old, comes to the back tees with us, and he's making par after par after par. The only way to beat this guy is to try and make birdies. Well, and then the funnier part is as so anyway, I was saying, sorry, season from higher, get better coverage. See, get better coverage. Sully 2 is on the balsamic one. Wow. Okay. Anyway, he hits it straight down the fairway all the time, every time. we're set here. Anyway, let's get that. I got distracted. I didn't see that pan. But we are ready. We've got everything ready here. Everything's ready. So we're on target. Let's take off our condom here, and we're good. And the beauty is now we just simply take that up. No boom spice tonight, AB. No boom spice tonight, and we have an emergency. We have an emergency. Like, I mean, check this out. But if you could see this, our boom spice. I'm gonna make some more. I'm gonna make some more. The boom spice. The boom spice is out. You know that JT for cheap for cheap wine. It's pretty good. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to bring the camera around. This is truly where things could go off the rails because as I lift the camera and I bring it over, I don't know what's gonna happen. Honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen. I've got extension cords going everywhere. I've got lighting on here. I've got lighting on over there. If it's gonna come with me, I don't know. I've got more cords over here. All I'm hearing though is their excuses. This is tasting really good. I don't normally drink when I cook. Okay. Balsamic, huh? Okay. You know what though? But I am going to show a little bit of class. Not someone watch that pan for me too. Make sure it doesn't start smoking and heat. You got it turned on. Okay. So that is balsamic. So if I had that, what do they call them off the rails? Are they called supers or something? Soup, not supper, but supers. If I had this super thing available for every chug of balsamic, for every shot of balsamic, and you use super, boom, I'd be drinking this stuff all night. How's our pan? This may be the worst stove top in history known to mankind with how long it takes to heat up. I should have started that yesterday. We're going to be here for a minute. Full shot glass, please. I almost swore again. I almost swore again when I saw that comment. And it was going to start with a go. Tell you to go somewhere on that one. Okay, our pan's heating up. So in a minute, I'm going to bring you over. A boy shortcut. I love that. In a minute, I'm going to bring you over. And unless you guys want to stay there, you let me know. If you want to stay there, I can leave you there, or I can bring you right around. You see the pan. I think it's better we bring you over. I'll bring you over right now, actually. Let's go. Let's see. There we go. And I'll mind the shakiness for a moment here while we set this up. There we go. Now, the hard part for me is I just have to remember and not to trip everywhere. So we're actually heated up pretty good right now. I'll get that in there. Now, some like to get some butter in there with their olive oil. Not really. So I am going to put on another condom here while I put these on, because what this does is it saves me going back and washing the hand over and over and over. So there are going to be some that are going to say, uh-oh, he's going to overload his pan. Absolutely, I'm going to overload my pan. So you'll notice too, I'm laying that chicken away from me. It's going to help in terms of controlling the splash. I'm putting all these smaller pieces in together, the ones that I stripped. And to be honest, I really didn't organize the pan too well when I put them in to start. So I am going to organize them in a second. So bear with me. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say, Sean. That's what they say. Our picture looks good. I'm just checking that out. So give those a second to sear up, and then just give them a quick little shake. That's what I do. And then I can start reorganizing my pan a little bit before they stick and burn. We don't want that. And if you're friends with your stove, and I say friends with your stove, yes, it's important to become friends with your stove. You have to understand it and know exactly where the heat points are, or just get a good stove and you don't need to worry about that sort of crap. There we go. We're a little bit better organized here. Okay. Now, no, AB, that's what she said. I wanted to use the bigger pan, but I opted not to. And I am going to season just a little bit more on the top here as we go. Okay. I wanted to, but I'm not a fan of using the non-stick pan all the time. So we're cooking chicken. I've turned our temp down a little bit because we've got that nice sear on there. You also notice too, if you can check this out, let me see the picture. I think I might be able to zoom in. Yes. Ah, look at this. Look at this. There we go. If I did that first, you wouldn't have seen the bigger pan. Turning white. So as it's turning white around the edges, I'm already slurring my words. We can turn these. We don't need to burn. There's no need to burn our chicken. Okay. And if I were using these, so I'm not going to be using these on our dish tonight. I'm going to use the one that I've butterflied. But if I were using these, I'm not going to cook them all the way through right now. I would simply just sear them like this, get them a little golden brown on both sides, and then I would take them off the heat. But I'll leave them right there. Thank you, Sean. No, that's a different pan. That's a different pan off the rails. Um, and it took me a while. I can't even say that name, the FUD, because um, I'm not swearing tonight. And so far through the whole show, chug, chug, chug. Okay, I could do that. Can I? I don't know if I can turn I don't want to screw up the camera right now, but let me try. Hopefully, I didn't screw everything up. Um, yeah, I'm not going to say his whole name because I would be swearing. You want a little zoom, a little bit more zoom English? Sure. Let's see if we can make that happen for you. There we go. So, I like the color of that chicken already. I'm not messing around tonight. I said I'm bringing my A game. Um, I'm bringing my A game. I mean it. We're not. These do not take long to cook. Okay, so I am going to lower my flame a little bit. And I try to remove the smaller pieces first. They certainly didn't need as much cooking time. So you can try and put the bigger ones in first. Now, watch this, what we're about to do here. Hopefully we won't set the place on fire. Hey, thanks Off the Rails. Thanks for the encouragement on that, because I am thinking of you all the time as I'm doing these videos. So please do not panic right here when you guys see this. I'm not wasting good wine. Just a quick little deglaze of that pan. Okay, see? I want nothing sticking. We'll cook out that alcohol, give it a few seconds. We're cooking that out. So here's our finished product right now. So this is good food prep. Okay, I'm gonna try one actually. Oh yeah, baby. Boom! Fantastic. Fantastic. Right. So we're good. I like what I'm seeing. I've turned the heat down a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil to the pan. I see so many chefs as they're saying, just add a tablespoon of olive oil. They add like 4. It's not, you don't even need to do a tablespoon. Okay. Turn that heat up a little bit. So on this type of stove, which is a real piece of, I almost did it again. I almost let the curse out. This is not the best stove. What happens is I've got to watch that temp. So again, watch this here. So I'm going to lay it away. So in it goes and lay it away. And if it's going to splash, it should be splashing that way, not towards your face. Okay. Yeah, I know. Splash in the face. I know. Too easy. Jokes are too easy, but I'm not. I said I'm not doing it tonight. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm not going to curse. I'm not going to make rude and crude jokes. You know, as we said, my kitchen, it's a family kitchen. Now, if I could put on like an adult kitchen or like a, what do you call it, X-rated kitchen? Yeah, sure. What the hell? So, as I was saying about the stove, is I have to play with that temperature gauge a lot to make sure I don't burn, I don't do stuff. And oh, sugar! I turned it on me, and I was drinking. I didn't mean that. I'm running out of wine. I need some wine for this recipe. Zoom back a little bit. Yeah, I can't see. That's not good. I hope we can see now. Are we good? Can we see now? So see how we deglaze that pan? Our chicken is sliding all over. That's what I wanted to see happen. I didn't want all that crustiness. I'm hoping we can see now. I think Off the Rails knows. I think Off the Rails knows that the longer I go with having more swigs of that wine, the more probability there is to let it fly. So anyway, I've got to stay focused here. I said I'm bringing my A. What were nice chicken? Um, what was I making tonight? I don't remember. Sugar. Oh yeah. Garlic, onion, some garlic, onion, fresh basil, tomato. I'm gonna add some wine in there. It's gonna be. This is a healthy recipe. This is a healthy recipe. It's supposedly, as long as I don't get completely. I almost did it there. Drunk. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get drunk. Here, I'll bring it back a little bit more so you can see that. So what we're looking for home cooks, all right? See how it's starting to get white around the edges? Okay, that's what we're looking for, but it's not seared yet. Almost that brown. Nice golden brown. But again, on this one, I'm not going to be cooking it fully because I'm going to be removing it from the pan for a minute or two while I add in my garlic, my onions, just to get them started so I can get them caramelizing a little bit. I'm going to add in other items, then I'm going to add the chicken right back in the pan, and then I'm going to finish it off and add in that white wine. I might even thicken that up a little bit. Sean, yes, I've got so many items on the list I'm trying to get to. I've shepherd's pie, I've got pancakes, I have to make English muffins, I've got to make fried tacos as well. Um, for a new subscriber that came along, saw my tortillas, would like fried tacos, so I'm going to make fried tacos. Many items that I have to do, and oh, the Asian cuisine as well. AB, I have to as well on that. There are so many dishes that I am getting to. I'm going to get to them all. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one a turn here because we want to stay focused as well. Okay. Now I'll show you here. I'll zoom in just for a second. Actually, I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to bring you in. That might be better. How's that? I hope that's better so everyone can see that a little bit better there. So for those that don't even know, as I'm filming here, or I should say as we're live, and I've got multiple cameras going, uh, I'm looking, I see messages pop up on multiple platforms. This is multitasking. I'll tell you what, people have asked me what I do, my day job and stuff besides golfing and being a degenerate. Um, Doing mortgages are so much easier than cooking live on TV and filming and editing. This takes a lot more. I have more respect for content creators than I ever have in the past. So I see that off the rails. I hear you. I hear you. I mean, am I one to ever let the viewers down? So here's something I'm going to do. It's a little different here. I'm going to add in a swig of butter. And I am going to lower that heat. Watch this. Watch this. Can you hear that? I hope you can hear that. Can you hear the sizzle? Can you hear the sizzle? That sound that you're hearing, that sizzle, is all the fat that is going to be going into this chicken from the butter and the body. We're getting there though. Okay. So our chicken it's nice. I like it what I'm seeing. We'll give that one more minute. One more minute. We're going to take it off the heat, and then the magic happens. The entire dish starts coming together. So what I'm hearing from Off the Rails, I'm going to look at them when I'm saying this. Where's the camera? Is it over here? Off the rails. What I'm hearing is you want another swig of the wine, so I'll oblige. And how do I turn that around again? You see, I'm getting red. I know I'm allergic to this stuff. Okay. The shepherd's pie. So now I'm getting, no, I almost swore. I'm getting talked enough right there that, okay, so I'm going to remove this. Yeah, that looks good. We want our chicken to be tender afterwards. So another swig. I like it. This is, I love that color that's going on in there as well. Some would say, oh no, that pan. Go. I almost did it. I almost said it. So what we can do with a lower heat, if you want to take some of that out of there, okay, because I don't want the, I'm not looking for the dark color in this one like that. If you wanted to, you could throw on a paper towel just like that and give your pan, because that's what the nice wine will do. And done and done, just like that. Okay, and we're good to go. So your pan is now pretty much cleaned up. And once we've done that, swig of olive oil, temperature up. Again, I'm not using a gas stove here. I've got to play magician. Okay, here we go. As our oil is coming back up, garlic. Some would like to add their onions first. Not this guy. I'm doing them both at the same time. Remember, when it's your kitchen, your own kitchen, you're not going to make mistakes like that. So let's move that around a little bit. Remember, there's no rush here. Okay? We're not trying to burn our garlic. We're not trying to burn our onion. Well, the GoFundMe, I thought, what was that for? That was for the, it's funny you mentioned the GoFundMe. I was still waiting on the GoFundMe for that $100 hot dog out at the Calgary Stampede. That set me back a few bucks, that $100 hot dog. We could have cooked a lot of hot dogs right out here. And I don't know if you'll recall this, Mr. AB, where I said hot dogs, we could make those things, those corn dogs at home for about 42 cents a pop. Well, walking through the Costco, I found them on sale, that set of 12 dogs for under $4. What a great deal. I'm just not going to make corn dogs at home here. The Chalmers looking to set that. Okay. Yep. Yep. The shepherd's pie. No, off the rails. You keep that, honey. You keep that, honey. I already had a dream last night that I was back in Vegas, high limit Bellagio room. I was getting completely beaten up. I was going to say bad words there. I was getting completely beaten up at the tables. I was down a lot of money. I was in for over 50K. I had a line of credit there, nice caramelized. And I just actually spoke to my friend out in Tennessee the other day, and I think that's why I had the dream. And I was in well in over 50K, and I got on a run. I got hot, and all of a sudden they raised the table limit for me. So I was up. I had a bet out there, 38,000. And I had an 11 against a dealer 5, which is a classic double down. And I hummed and hawed for a long time. And I was playing solo, big crowds, and I was waiting. As I said, if I lose this hand, I'm done. They're going to beat the crap out of me over there in Vegas. And all of a sudden, my whale friend comes walking in. He says, first he gave me crap for gambling without him, and then he says, what are you even thinking about? Why are you even hesitating? You know what you got to do. And I said, I want to, Legend. That's what his name is, Legend. Oh, geez, I almost forgot we're cooking here. You know what? My bad. Let me get those tomatoes in. This is what happens when I start talking about Vegas. So he threw down the 38 grand for the double down. So we had 76,000 on the table. And I always take my double downs face down. He gave me face down. Anyways, I had 21. The dealer lost, which was great. And away we go. I'm going to turn that heat up a little bit. I had that a little bit too low. Anyway, so we took in 76,000 on that double, which was really 152,000 because we had 76,000 on the table. And then he said, clean up your chips. He says, we're getting the F out of here. See how I'm not swearing? This is remarkable how I'm not swearing tonight. This could be a first time that I'm not swearing. I don't understand. So anyway, took that money. I gave him his cut, takes a percentage. Okay. Back to the cooking. I don't want to forget about. Yeah, unfortunately, Sean, that used to be I won't say a problem. It's only a problem if you get in real trouble, but we used to, unfortunately, bet some stupid amounts. But there's always a system out there. There's always a system. Trust me, I lost more in the stock market than I ever did playing blackjack. It's disgusting. And no one from Vegas is watching, so I could tell my secrets out here right now. Okay, so we're not going to leave these tomatoes in there too long. I'm just looking to get them a little bit blistered. Nothing major. Now, this is where the magic is about to start to happen out here, okay? So I am going to, actually, what I am going to do first is I'm just going to add a pinch of seasoning. Not too much, okay? Again, this is where we're going to go. Now, I am going to go a little swig of white wine. I am running low now. I'd say when that goes out, I may have to resort to that balsamic if we're looking for more shots. Okay, so I'm just going to cook down some of this alcohol in here. We don't want all that wine. Now, here's something else we're going to do. We're going to go, I want that name off the rails because I was just about to say we are about to go off the rails. Now, if this gets a little too thin, okay, we're cooking out that alcohol. Here's a little trick of what you can do. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. So I would get, if you want a thicker sauce, so we can add in some butter if we wanted to, okay? Or, I don't know if you can see that there. This wide angle lens is actually working out really well. So I may hear about this later on. So we've got that, a little bit of cornstarch, okay? A bit of cornstarch. Now, if anyone says for me to drink this, I'm not going to drink this. I'm not going to drink this, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and add this in right in here. Okay, I don't need to put it all in. Again, I'm going by eye, and I'm not going to lie right now. I'm half in the bag. I am half in the bag. So we've got that. We don't want this to boil. So I am going to keep my eye on this one a little bit more focused here. Right, and now, here we go. Just to really, okay. Now, if you're wondering here, I have not forgotten the star of the show, our Basil. Had a friend in school, still talking about Basil. This one's for you. See, this is our, I don't know if you can see this. This is our balsamic, okay? Okay, we're not boiling yet, so that's good. We don't want it to boil. See how that's thickening up? I don't know if you can see that. So this is where you got to be very careful, okay? Very careful on the heat because we're not looking for that to, I'm not looking for a paste. So now, basil, I'm going to say basil for Baz, okay? Now I'm going to give this a little stir. Okay, beauty. Now, here we go. I'm going to add that right back in, sauce. Okay. And this is where we're finishing this off. Okay. So off the rails. So funny you should mention that because I've had so many doctor appointments over the last 8 months, ever since I tore the retina. I just had another appointment today, and apparently, with the exception of having that extra baggage around my my belly, I am in 100% health. So I'm good to go on taking down this butter, which I never really ate before, but we're doing that so much more now with the kitchen channel. Okay, so this is a real good tip. Keep that flame low. I'm not looking for a boil here, okay? I am not looking for a boil on that. So that temperature has got to be low, if not off, okay? There's nothing wrong with going off right there. So I love the color. We'll give you a little bit of a zoom. Love the color I'm seeing in here. If you could smell everything I'm getting from that, this is just fantastic, okay? I'm actually going to keep that on 2. We're going to set our plate up in a second. We're pretty much good to go on this dinner. This is going to taste fantastic. This is an easy one. Now, it takes a little bit longer doing it on the live, but on something like this, if you're cooking at home, wow, I was about to have another swig of that wine. If you're cooking at home, your prep time on things like this, you should be able to butterfly or slice up your chicken. If you're doing 2 chicken breasts, I'm going to say you get that done in 60 seconds or less, depending on how many tomatoes you're using. A little bit of time there, but your prep work, I believe, should take you under 8 minutes on a dish like this. This is just fantastic. Okay, so I really like what I'm seeing here. 8 minutes prep work. Cook time, chicken on a butterfly chicken breast, 6 minutes. 6 minutes tops on both sides. I'd probably go 4 and 4 instead. Put it back in the pan, a couple of minutes there. You're done. 20 minutes beginning to end. You're eating. So I am going to go ahead and move this back. So bear with me for a second, and I hope I don't trip with all the cords going on here. I'll set you up. You can let me know, everyone, how these. Camera. Oh, sugar. Sugar. I said sugar. I didn't drop the swear there. There we go. That's better. We're back. We're back, baby. Okay, I think we're good there. Yep. Move this around. So we could do, see that light. How many times that light? Like I went to throw, normally I would have tossed the plate right up, and I almost tossed the plate right up into the light. I have a feeling AB or Sean out there saying, do it, because they want to see. Last time English had mentioned to me, he says, we want to see blood. I think I had to turn the camera a little bit. Is that camera angle okay? Can you guys still see, I hope? Okay, good. Anyway, I'm going to stop yipping and yapping so we can get our dish right. So I did have some rice prepared ahead of time. So whether you want to, I'm going to fluff that up a little bit. I need a fluffer. That's the wine taking over right there. Okay. Uncle Drew needs a fluffer. Where's that Barbie? Okay. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. Yeah, it's going off the rails all right. Son of a. Okay. We're good. So I should bring in, see this. I'm going to bring in for a closer look. It's not all humor here. Let's see, how do we do this without effing it up? See that? How I didn't swear right there? I'll bring you right in. Okay. There we go. I want you to be able to see this chicken. This is a chicken dish, is the star of the show tonight. So you can make this for your significant other, for yourself, for whoever you'd like. Check that out. Look at that beauty. So now we're going to finish this off nicely. I should have had another one ready, but okay. Now, if we wanted to really just add a little bit, basil on. Now, you could do a second sprig. I don't think 2 are necessary. You could put a second one over here. I think that looks trash. 1. The star of the show is right here. Now, if you wanted to have another garnish right here, if you had a couple of sprigs, you could put some asparagus if you'd like. if you want to do some char, anything out there. But I believe right here, the star of the show is our chicken. This smells this smells out of this world. It really does. I'm going to bring you back here. Oh, geez, I almost tripped right there. So I'll give you an up close. I'll give you an up close on this one so you could really take in what that looks like. How does that look to everybody? Now, I don't know. I can't take a screenshot apparently during the live, but if anyone that I know out there is watching this one and can snap a screenshot right there and send that to me, that would be fantastic. I'll hold it there for a second. Let's see it from this side. What we've got. So I would put this one on the menu if I were to open up my restaurant. This has got to be one of my top easy recipes to make because we're all about, we can make difficult, trust me. I can make more difficult recipes out here. But we're trying to keep them easy for everybody at home. Look, everyone's busy. Everyone's got a busy life. I don't have 90 minutes to go and cook these gourmet dishes all the time. Got this. I'll bring out this. So we're pretty good. We're pretty good there. Does anyone have any questions about that? Off the rails, thank you. AB, thank you. Yep, Sean, thank you. I am warm. Okay, I think I'm going to take this thing off. It's too. I'm not going to take it all off, but I'm just going to open up a little bit. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask because our dish is ready. You can see that. I mean, this is. I'm going to try. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, AB. I was going to try a screenshot over here. If I can do it at the same time. This camera, though, is not good at all. I think this is a 6. It's embarrassing that I've got a 6 in my hand right now. Let's try this way. Bear with me for a second. If you sent me one, that's fantastic. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, there's no lighting on this. How do I turn a flash? Can I turn a flash on in this old mother? There we go. I think we got that, so that's good. But AB's probably got a much better screenshot than I'm getting right here. Excellent. So anyone have any questions? Next step is we're going to have to try. Thank you, Sully. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Any questions before we give this one a try? Because we're gonna give this one a try. It's taste test time, baby. Woo! Here is the finishing touch. So I've got the balsamic here, but I know I got kind of trash talked earlier on. Why is this not a full shot? And there was a reason for it. I didn't pull the full shot in there, not because I wasn't going to drink it. Off the rails, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. You're killing me. Is I just want a little touch of the balsamic to kiss this dish. So I am going to put this on there because I don't have my little squirty bottle up there. So I want to be very careful. I'm just looking for a kiss. And I'm going to go quick. That's it. That's it right there. Just a kiss. Okay. That's good. Okay, now. So our dish is done. That is it. Is it taste test time? I think so. Yeah. AB, you know I would never disappoint the viewers. So I think we got to test this first, see exactly how great this one's going to be. I'm going to get right in here. Right in here. How good is this one going to be? I want to already say this is probably going to be I don't know, 8.5, 9, 10. Here we go. This is going to be better than the $100 hot dog for a fraction of the price. So here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Boom! Fuck, I hit my elbow for Christ's sake. And I dropped the fucking balsamic. Mother. Son of a bitch, that hurt. This cursed kitchen, man. This fucking light. Fucking. fuck me, man. Oops. I think I just broke the rule. So I lost my balsamic with the boom. There goes like 45 cents. And then I freaking whack my elbow on the freaking hood. Not happy about that. But let me tell you something. This chicken, I'm sorry, I couldn't hold it in off the rails. You know what? Because you asked, I got Barbie over here. I've got the two of them, but I didn't really want to bring them in the show tonight. But yes, when I make the Barbie burgers and the Barbie milkshakes, I got Barbie and Barbie, they do their thing. This one can't stand on her feet, she's on her back all the time, but toss her over there. Okay. I tried. Thanks, Sully. I almost made it. I don't know, it was a fucking pipe dream if I thought I was going to make it through an hour without dropping at least 15, 16 F-bombs. But okay, so everyone, I appreciate everybody watching here and subscribing or sharing, and I love it. I love it. The YouTube channel is growing. The Uncle Drew Army is growing. Just a short, where are we now? We're August, right? So what's that? 7, 8. We're talking like 9 months, maybe 9 months, because it wasn't really even November. It was at the end of golf season. We started up this channel. I am sweating like a son of a hog with this freaking, holy God, this thing is so bloody hot. It's ridiculous. We're growing. We've got 2,500 people on the channel. 2,500 people on the channel. First of all, I can't wait. I just saw the recording because it's in slow-mo over here. It's behind, or whatever you want to call it, where I whacked my elbow off the thing. So I know that already stings. I'm going to go back and watch that afterwards. But we've got 2,500 people watching this channel. This is ridiculous that this many people are watching the channel. Unbelievable. So I appreciate everybody. So if anyone has any questions, do you have any questions, English? Do you have any questions? This is a little bit more balsamic. I'm going to wait to see if there's a question or two. I'm going to have a tomato. It's fantastic. I mean, this is freaking fantastic. If I were looking to try a dish, this would be it. It's so easy. When am I drinking the balsamic? See, that's the one I was waiting for. I was waiting for you, English. Yeah, I would definitely make this one. It's easy. You've got rice, you've got chicken, you have some spices. If you don't have fresh basil, use the powder, the dry basil, that's fine too. You have some tomato, you can do that. Garlic, olive oil, and balsamic. Balsamic ice cream? I'll tell you what, for you English, I'm going to do this. I think that's a fairly good sized shot. I don't know if you can see on camera, but this looks like, and did you see the name on the shot glass? Can you see that? Andy, I hope you can see that. All right. So this is a off the rails is just laughing his ass off. He knows. And the wine too. I see that. Okay, so this one's for everybody watching. I would certainly do that. We used to have a saying in university. I shouldn't even say this one, but since I already dropped enough F-bombs, I'm going to say this. It rhymes. So if you can think of a word that rhymes with this first one, you'll know what we used to say. We used to say, down the hatch and up. I can't even say it. Cheers. Boom! That tastes delicious. I love balsamic. I love balsamic. It's great. I've got one more swig left. And I'm not wearing this ever again. I'm not wearing this thing ever again. It's like it's got to be freaking wool from freaking Woolworth, the strongest freaking wool. And wow, let me see if we. Yeah, Sully. I would never disappoint the viewers. English and Chalmers and Sean, they all wanted me, and off the rails, Derek, they all wanted me to get that $100 hot dog. I got the $100 hot dog. You guys wanted me to try the balsamic? Try the balsamic. Is there anything else I need to try tonight besides this freaking fantastic chicken? That's the key. That's the question. I just now I just saw myself chug the balsamic. I could actually do another shot of that right now. Not bad. Not bad. I've almost done that wine. That was pretty good. And this Jackson Triggs, Canada's most awarded winery. Really? Huh. I mean, it hit the spot. I can't argue that. I can't say it's bad. It was wine. I was chugging from a bottle. I have to be pretty good to be able to do that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thanks, AB. I appreciate you coming out, sir. Balsamic ice cream. I'll think about it. We'll see you later, you bloke. I love that. I'm watching too much. That stuff. Anyone has any more questions? Now's the time because I'll shut it off in a few minutes, and I could. Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you, Off the Rails. I appreciate you too joining us, watching, egging me on in terms of the drinking. Uh, waste not, want not, though. But I do have to finish this. Oh boy. I mean, I went through quite a bit of this cooking and drinking. I know we have people jumping in and out, and they're wondering, what do we make tonight? On a bed of rice, we had, I don't know if we'll call this a balsamic glazed chicken breast, but we had chicken flavored up tonight. The seasonings that I used tonight, just a pinch of salt, some pepper, garlic powder, and oregano. Um, Once that was grilled up, I put in a little bit of a saucepan. We had some chopped garlic, olive oil, a little bit of onion, sliced tomato, cherry tomatoes that we used tonight, and then fresh basil. Added in a little bit of butter, popped the chicken back in, creamed everything, put everything. Did I just say that? Yep, I did. And this is fucking live TV, man. Um, on the rice, it's fantastic. I mean, this is for inflation where grocery store prices are high, extremely high in some areas too, especially out in Canada. I know the US grocery store prices are high. This meal, if you're cooking it, okay, I appreciate that, Off the rails. So I'll show you the chicken that I have. I should show you my freezer. I've got a big like code red going on in the freezer right now, in the fridge. But I'll show you. Actually, that's really nice and cool. I should take the shirt off and just stand in front of here for a minute. So I want you to see this. So when I get the chicken, okay, so you're going to go to a restaurant for this type of meal. I'm just talking this itself. I'm not talking about the drink or the appetizer, your dessert. And trust me, I know I've worked in restaurants for years. I've been to this is not, dropping my load or, oh shit, I just said that too. I'm not name dropping. I've been to a lot of great restaurants in this world, a lot. And I've seen the prices of them. And, speaking of that, make sure I come back to this though, chicken. I was at the golf course today. A friend said to me after the round, he said, "Hey, join me at the patio. Join me at the patio." Okay, I hope he's watching tonight because I mean this. Join me at the patio. Join me at the patio means you're buying. So I sit down on the patio. I'm not really looking to eat because I don't believe in eating out at restaurants anymore. I really don't. What do you want to eat, Andrew? Okay, I'm going to order up. Let me have the sweet potato fries. I'll have the sweet potato fries and ice water. Do you know how much they had the balls and the audacity to charge for those sweet potato fries? My freezer door is open. Sweet potato fries were 13 freaking dollars plus a tip on top of that. You're talking, let's just round it up and say 20 bucks for sweet potato freaking fries. Are you mad? You know how much my mom paid for a bag of sweet potato fries? And I'm talking a 10-pound, I think it was a 10-pound bag. Mom, are you watching? Are you out there, Mom? 10 bucks? No, 10 pound or a 5 pound. It was under $5. I got a sweet potato fry bowl and I paid $20. Never a freaking again because I was buying. Friend, if you're watching, you know who you are. You know, Iceman. You know who you are, Iceman. Next time you invite me out to the patio with you, you're buying those freaking sweet potato fries, $20. His burger and fries cost him like $35. Disgusting. Golf course, never again. You won't get $1 from me on that patio ever again. The balls to charge that much for sweet potato fries? That's fucking issues. That's what look at me swearing now. I'm going off the rails here. I was trying to say this chicken, 4 chicken breasts, $13.62, and I've got 1.24 kilos. Someone do the math on that. Multiply by 2.2. What do you got? About 3 pounds of chicken? 3 pounds of chicken breast for $13.62. And I say at home for everybody, the basics. Thanks, off the rail. I see that. Hey, thanks, Sully. Appreciate that too. Um, 3 pounds of chicken, about $14. You've got the basics at home. I know you're gonna have salt and pepper at home for sure. Pick up a little bit of oregano, maybe some basil if you don't have the fresh stuff, like I say, the dry stuff. This is one chicken breast, so I can make 4 meals for $14. 4 meals like this, minimum 4 meals, because I'm gonna eat the whole chicken breast. There's some that would butterfly it, and then they would extend that and have 8 meals out of that. Between 4 to 8 meals, your rice is pennies. I don't even count that because everybody's gonna have a bag of rice. You can get a bag of rice and it lasts you for a long time and it literally costs you a few bucks. So let's just say 14 bucks for your chicken, couple of bucks for your tomatoes, maybe 50 cents for your rice. $17 and you're gonna make between 4 to 8 freaking meals. It cost me $20 for a bowl of sweet potato fries. That fuck. Look, now I can't stop swearing. It's disgusting. $20 for sweet potato fries when I could get 4 to 8 meals like this. Never again. I bought the $100 hot dog just to show and display, and we wanted to test it out for the people. I get it. $20 for sweet potato fries? Fucking chance. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You know what the funny part is, off the rails, is you said you're not leaving until the wine's done. Well, I just looked over and I've got about a third of a bottle of the red. And if Sean were still here, I don't know, he might be, I just don't know. I had the JT white. I've got the JT. This is the reserve. So I don't know. What do they charge for that? An extra dollar? It's cheaper wine. Let me tell you something though. The white was pretty damn good. So this one is we call it the JT. So the Jackson Triggs Niagara State Reserve. It's a Cab Sauv 2021. It's a reserve select. I don't know. Does that mean it's good? Let me tell you something about wine. Okay. You know, this. You know what? This is now going off the rail. I need that name, off the rails. This is going off the rails right here. I've had great wine before, but let me tell you something. After the first, this squeaks. I could see where this is going to. I'm probably gonna end up picking this thing up, pressing it, throwing it. Okay. Go to a restaurant. You go to a restaurant, you can order wine. Sommelier comes over, and they're nice people. I'm not knocking the people. I'm knocking the cost. I'm knocking the price. They're doing their job. The people who serve the stuff, they're doing their job. They didn't make up the prices. Forget about grocery store prices and profits up 26% year over year per quarter. They give some bullshit answer saying it was because of depreciation, and they got Uncle Sam who allowed a deduction that they didn't allow before, so they made more profit. Fucking grocery store prices that are just killing everybody. I'm trying to stay on point here about wine. You go to a restaurant, and I've had wine. I've been in Vegas at restaurants before where I really hope Legend is watching this. Legend, if you're here, I hope you're watching this because this is for you. Because this is for Doc too. They've ordered $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 bottles of wine. So imagine myself and one other whale. He would order the wine. He would order the wine, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 bottles that were getting comp sometimes. And Legend doesn't drink wine. Legend drinks his Miller Lite. You know, $3, $5 for Miller. So we're out there drinking these bottles of wine for $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000, and he's drinking his Miller Lite for $5, and he's completely happy. And trust me, I'd be happy with the beer as well. And I know Off the Rails would be happy with beer, but then Legend has to tip on the wine. You get a $5,000 bottle of wine he doesn't even drink, and now he's tipping on it, and that wine's starting to hit me too. Geez, I might fall over. You never know. This could be interesting where this goes. Yeah, I know, Off the Rails. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at here is if you order the expensive wine, that's great to say you want to try it and the experience. Fuck the experience. Get the cheap one. Because you know what? The majority of people who pour the wine in a glass and they swirl it and they sniff it, and oh, it tastes great. It tastes great. Really? They have no effing clue if it tastes great or if it doesn't taste great. Buy a cheap one because after you have a glass, what's going to happen? You're going to turn into me right now. You're not going to be able to tell the difference. So why spend $1,000? Why spend $200 on the wine? You're not going to, if you have a glass, I get it. But if you think let's order a bottle and a bottle and a bottle, you want to be a high roller and a baller, by all means, go for it. Off the rails, I have no idea where this is going right now. We should cut it off. I hope the internet goes off. Don't order the expensive wine. What I'm getting at is if you're cooking, buy the cheap stuff. You don't need to buy the expensive stuff and waste that in the pan. Drink it. Have a glass, you're good. Okay. I think I'm done my rant. I got off my soapbox. I did my rant, which is good. I think we're done. Any more questions? Exactly. Off the rails, it does all taste the same. I'm done. Off the rails, done. Done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to order pizza instead of eating chicken. This is what happens when we start drinking. Do we have any more questions coming through? Off the rails, you're on fire right now. I know. We've got a good live going on. I feel like this is a really good live. I'm going to go back and watch it later and say, oh shit, he couldn't keep his mouth clean. I think my mom's going to wash out my mouth with soap and pepper later on. I wish I had, you know what? I wish I had a Stella right now. I've got a whole bunch of crown. I actually have a whole bunch of stuff down here. So this is what I have down here when I'm cooking. So I've got this one. This is a really good one, in case we want that. I've got another one of these. This one's in the foil. Now, the wine collection is actually, see, so I used to buy these when I would go through the airports. I've got a lot of these down there too. So if you ever need some, I do have it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know off the rails. I know. It's just, you know what it is, yeah, exactly. It is hot. It's hot. All right, if there are no more questions, I think off the rails is sitting there probably having a beer of his own, just pissing his pants laughing right now. All right, any more questions? I'm just scrolling up to see if we got any more questions that I may have missed. Probably a few ex-girlfriends watching right now saying, whoa, I'm glad we broke up with him. Fuck that too. Off the rails, no more questions, buddy? I'm looking here. We still got quite a few people in that chat. Interesting. I get to see the private members and the public members. So this is interesting. Okay. Chicken looks cold as fuck right now. Okay. Of course, off the rails, you're saying of course, but I can't remember the question that I asked you. What did I ask? That's sad. I can't remember the question. Unplugged. Did I turn everything off? Yeah. Everything's off. I don't need any issues later on. Okay. I think it's time for me to, it's still early. Usually sleep on the couch in about 12 minutes, but still early. You have any more questions? 12 beers in, attaboy. Well done. Okay. I think it's time to sign off the live. So everybody, again, thanks for joining. I'm off the soapbox. I'm going to call it off the wine box right now. Try this dish. It's a good freaking dish. Good freaking dish. I have no more questions. Good. All right. I'm going to end the chat. I've got to go to that one, though. No, you guys have to leave first. I'm not leaving first. You guys leave first. I don't want to leave the party. I know off the rails will stay here forever. Hey, off the rails, I appreciate that, but I know if you've got the 12 packs that you're 12 in, I know you've got another 12. You'll sit there all night just freaking hooting and hollering out there. I know where this leads. Oh boy. Whew, it is so hot in this kitchen. It's ridiculous with this thing. Okay. I appreciate that. How do I do? I hit that? What do I do? Oh, look at that. I can put smiley faces and everything out here off the rails. This is great. I didn't know this. This is great. Yeah. No more questions. Okay. You guys have to leave. I'm not leaving. You guys leave first. I'm not leaving. Remember the line from Wolf of Wall Street? You don't remember him? Jordan Belfort in the movie when he was up there? And he said, it was going to be great. He said, I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. You guys leave first. I'm not leaving. I'm watching these things come in. People send me DMs as well. I didn't know this. I get this DM stuff here on the other side. So they're not in the public chat. This is very interesting. No more questions. I'll have another bite of the chicken. Okay, off the rails. You got to sign off so I can sign off. You sign off, I sign off. Off the rails. Good night. I need to see you sign off, and then I'll sign off. Okay, off the rails. I'm going first. You win. I'm going first. I'm going to sign off. Now, how do I end the live?